Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Hey, Washington. Delta Dental is on a mission. Our state has a lot to smile about, and we think those smiles should be healthy and bright. That's why we support our Cora Foundation Smilemobile. This dental office on wheels provides checkups and oral health education to communities that need it most. The Smilemobile has reached over 44,000 children and families across Washington. See how the Smilemobile is getting us closer to a 100% cavity-free state at cavityfreewa.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. All right, don't forget, you still got to mask up. I know you've been hearing about vaccines and everything, but that doesn't mean you still don't got a mask on, and you got to put the mask on, and we got masks for you. Two types. We got the KISW skull mask or the KISW camo mask. Either way, you're going to tell COVID, not this time, pal. That's right. Stay away. That's right, man. And a portion of each mask sold goes to the Washington State Nurses Association. That's a cool thing. So mask up. Do it right, baby. Go to KISW.com to get all the info. Buy one of them masks.
Let's play Beat Mix.
It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Mix. Don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Mix. You're a loser.
It is time to beat Mix. And it's time to turn down for tequila.
Turn down for what?
Wait, I thought... No, it's not tequila. This morning you said it was because Tuesday, tequila.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
I feel like people want to go with that, man.
Tequila? At least one guy did. Tequila. Not tequila. That would be with your feet. That's kind of gross.
What's wrong with it? He can't even, his own thing.
His own thing he gets it
He can't even do it.
It's unacceptable. It was tequila for Tuesday.
Yeah, well, you don't have to tell us.
See if I remember it.
Yeah, you're doing
I'm trying to get that burned into my brain, so I'll remember. I'll probably forget. Yeah. Let's get to our contestant today. We got Ken in Puyallup. Ken, are you there?
Yes, hey guys, go Seahawks!
Go Hawks!
All right, go Hawks, baby.
Big game Saturday. Big game. Big game. All right, Steve, get out of here. Yeah! For those playing at home, Ken will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Ken, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Marilyn Manson got his stage name by combining the last name of Charles Manson and the first name of whom?
Marilyn Monroe.
Yes. 1975's Thrilla in Manila was a boxing match between Joe Frazier and whom?
Muhammad Ali in the Philippines.
Yes. Ben Stein was once a speech writer for which president?
Ben Stein, speechwriter. Oh, that's right. George Bush.
No.
Reagan.
No.
Will?
Clinton.
No. Oh. What is the diameter in inches of a basketball hoop?
12 inches. 18.
Yes. What decade did Marty McFly go back to in Back to the Future?
Marty.
50s.
Yes. The Foo Fighters had a 2005 hit song titled Best of What?
Pass.
How many Bond films did Timothy Dalton make?
2.
Yes. How much is a blank tile worth in Scrabble?
0.
Yes. What kind of alcohol is in a Kentucky Mule?
Vodka.
No.
Bourbon.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 correct.
Not bad.
That was a pretty good score right there.
It might be a
And it Anyways, never mind. I don't want Steve to come in here.
Yeah,
We'll
don't
get it anyways.
Yep. Yeah, don't give
Steve's
any
coming
help.
back, and he's already gotten a loss.
Yeah.
It's not been a great Tuesday for him.
The post-holiday decline.
That's
Is
right.
it possible?
Worst day of the year, Tuesday.
It's the worst day of the worst month. Right there. Boom.
Arguably, people believe it is January 20-somethings.
Yeah.
Is like a Tuesday and the last week of January.
Yeah.
When the bills start showing up for all the
Yeah.
crap that you bought for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
I would argue that it might actually be like the Tuesday after the Super Bowl.
Oh, because you have no more football to look forward to for forever?
It's done, and the party's over, and then what do you got? You got a winter. Then you're just looking at winter.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to say the Tuesday after a long holiday break or after Christmas break is, to me, worse than after the Super Bowl.
I can't argue with that because I wasn't feeling good about today.
No.
Yeah.
I wanted everything just to stay in bed.
I know. I want to go back to bed right now. Steve, are you ready?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Marilyn Manson got his stage name by combining the last name of Charles Manson and the first name of whom?
Marilyn Monroe.
Yes. What? 1975's Thrilla in Manila was a boxing match between Joe Frazier and whom?
Muhammad Ali.
Yes. Ben Stein was once a speechwriter for which president?
Richard Nixon.
Yes. What is the diameter in inches of a basketball hoop?
10.
No.
Of the hoop. 21.
No.
12.
No. What,
11?
No. What decade did Marty McFly go back to in Back to the Future?
54? The 50s.
Yes. The Foo Fighters had the 2005 hit song titled Best of What?
You.
Yes. How many Bond films did Timothy Dalton make?
3.
No.
4.
No.
2.
Yes.
2.
How much is a blank tile worth in Scrabble?
2.
No.
10.
No.
$1.
No.
$1.
What kind of alcohol is in a Kentucky Mule?
Vodka.
No.
Whiskey.
Yes. Which state is located between Maine and Vermont?
New York.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a tie.
It's a tie.
New Hampshire.
Yes, it's New Hampshire, and if you
Yeah.
would have gotten to it, Ken, you would have won.
Yeah, and I remember the Nixon.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I was we were so close, buddy. I could have got another song, but at least Steve doesn't get a song.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Thanks for playing, Ken.
Yeah, does this
right.
still count as a decline then?
Yeah.
Since it's only a
if
tie,
he's
it's not
winning,
a win.
He could have done better.
Steve, if you would have known in diameter that a basketball hoop is 18 inches, you would have known that.
18,
Ken got
okay.
that correct.
Yeah, I did.
He also knew that a blank tile is worth 0 in Scrabble. It's just used for anything. You can use it for any letter. It's just not worth anything.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then finally, he did know that New Hampshire is between Maine and Vermont. So congrats to both of you on getting a tie.
Yeah, how about that, Steve?
How about that, BJ?
Just like that. So, Game of Thrones has been dethroned as the most pirated TV show for the first time in years. So we have a new champion.
Still never seen an episode of Game of Thrones.
Well, then we know you weren't the pirate.
No.
You weren't the one
No.
pirating it.
I'm reverse pirating it. I have the network that you can watch it on. I just choose not to watch it.
Yeah, that's what interests me is like I have a list of the top 10 pirated shows for 2020, and some of these shows are actually on network television. Like,
Yeah, but people cut the cord. They don't have network television, so they're just trying to find ways to download it on the internet for free.
I guess so. I mean, you could buy a couple of rabbit ears and do it that way, I guess, but people don't want to do that.
So wait for a show to come up on the actual time and sit there
Yeah.
and do commercials
Come on.
and watch it. BJ,
I'd rather pirate things.
I want all my art for free.
Yeah, there we go. Well, Vicky, you might be able to guess the number one show that was pirated. Figure something more popular than Game of Thrones.
Supermarket Sweep.
Yes, that's what I was going to go with.
That is not it. And Vicky, I picked you for a reason because I know you like this show. Rev, you like this show too.
Oh, Red likes
Marie,
it too.
Marie Kondo.
Marie Kondo.
You almost got there.
Yeah, no relation to Lou Monte and the Dominic song. No.
The first guess before you said Rev, I was going to say Westworld, but I'm thinking it has to be The Mandalorian.
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
How are people not pirating that show? I mean, if you're a pirate, because that's like everybody's talking about that show.
Yeah, I've watched the first episode. It was pretty solid, but I haven't watched another episode since. I got to get on it, man, because Sasha Banks is on that, and I love Sasha Banks.
And you got to.
I heard she's got a great role in that show.
Yeah, you got to get to the second season before you get to her.
No, it's a lot of episodes.
Here's the thing, my wife.
Maybe after the Cobra Kai, I'll get to it.
I kept telling my wife it's a perfect show for her to watch because it really is a Western, and she loves she loved the old sort of, the Mandalorian is the strong and silent type, and he's honorable, and it is like basically the Old West. He's like just a gunfighter trying to do the right thing, and
just
finally,
like in the Old West, he's just trying to protect the little green child.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That happened a lot.
All the time.
Yeah. Gunsmoke every episode. Matt Dillon was I've got to protect the green child, Miss Kitty.
Matt Dillon in Gunsmoke?
That's why Matt Dillon's Matt Dillon.
Yeah, that was his name. The character's name was Matt Dillon in Gunsmoke.
Which is why probably Matt Dillon probably... I love the fact...
Did not know that.
You know what, though? I don't think anybody else did either, because Gunsmoke's 100...
I thought he got his name from South Park.
No, Matt Dillon.
Matt Damon, not Matt Dillon.
Oh, Matt Dillon.
Matt Dillon, the actor. Okay.
Matt Dillon...
I believe he really did call himself... I mean, maybe his name is Matthew Dillon in real life, but I felt like he always named himself after that iconic Gunsmoke character.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah. Well, you and probably everybody else listening. I mean, it's an old show, Gunsmoke, but it was the only Western I could think of at the top of, and granted, it was on for 30 some odd years, I think. So it was
a well-known show.
Yeah, it was a big Western. So Mandalorian, yeah, my wife loves it. So it's not your typical Star Wars show, even though if you're a Star Wars fan, there's a lot of cool stuff in there, especially season 2, if you happen to be a fan of the animated series.
People are obsessed with season 2. It's like, that,
well, there's
which
a good reason.
I don't complain. I'm not complaining about it. I'd rather see people talk about that on social media than stuff that's like just makes you want to pull your hair out, even if you're bald. So to me, that's like it's cool that people are that into something.
Okay, so listen, it's been what? How many weeks since the final episode of The Mandalorian? Because I do want to make mention of how brilliant it was for a reason.
The last episode came out December 18th. So.
Okay, so I mean,
it's been over 2 weeks.
It's been over 2 weeks. If you haven't watched, if you haven't finished the series, or if you're, or at all, if you haven't finished season 2, I'm going to spoil something, but vaguely. But I'm still going to spoil something. Steve, I will say this: they in the last episode had a massive thing happen that they were able to keep a secret, which apparently, from what I've read from behind the scenes and watched, this was something that they did last year, and nobody knew about this. And I don't know how they could, because a lot of things were spoiled about season 2 of The Mandalorian. We knew about Sasha Banks. We knew about a character called Ahsoka Tano, who's a very beloved animated series character. We knew a lot of things were going to happen in season 2, but one thing that we got to see, nobody knew about, even though it was done, I think, over a year ago, and even the people involved were surprised that they could keep this as much of a secret that nobody knew, which happened in the season finale.
Oh, yeah. That was huge.
And it was a secret nobody knew. I don't know how even Jon Favreau, the director, was like, I don't know how this was able to be kept a secret. He said, with everything else that was leaking about season 2, how did this not get out? But he was so happy it didn't, because all of us were just like, are you serious? Is this really happening? And even you, Steve, would probably go, oh, wow, that's actually kind of cool, but I think that's a big reason why season 2 is so hyped. It was a good season anyway, but then the last episode was just insane.
Huh.
So, all right. Anyway, we're done talking about it. Hopefully you stopped listening so that you wouldn't get it spoiled. And are we going to talk about it on the episodes of Geek Nation?
Oh, yeah, we have to.
Okay, good. So enough time has passed. We can actually have an in-depth conversation.
Totally. So Sensei John Kreese shows up in The Mandalorian.
John who?
It's a Cobra Kai guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? I didn't know that. He shows up. There he is. That's
and that Baby Yoda is cute, I got to tell you.
Well, now we know his name.
Pulled up
now.
a video. I know it's like Gondo or something.
Yeah, it's Gondo. That's it. Good old Gondo.
Gonzo.
Yeah, Gonzo. It's the guy from the Muppets. That's who it's been the whole time. Groucho. Yes, it's Groucho.
Groucho?
Groucho would have been a great name for
Groucho would have been great too. This is fun.
Yeah.
Keep trying, Steve.
Gunko.
Gunko.
Geico.
Geico.
Yeah, he looks kind of like the gecko.
He gives insurance to people, in the New Republic. Yeah.
No,
sorry.
Goober?
Goober? No,
it's
Goober.
something with a G, right?
It is. You're right. You got a G in there.
And it ends with a U.
Yeah.
Goku.
Oh, very close.
Oh, that's Dragon Ball Z. Where did that come from? Why do you know that?
I don't know how he knows anything.
Right?
You're close. It's not Goku, but it sounds like Goku.
Oh, man.
I mean, sort of.
Yeah.
That's not a good hint.
Graku?
Oh, you're very close.
Racco.
Racco. Okay, so you went Goku.
Racco.
Okay. Does Racco sound like Goku?
No, but I don't know what else sounds like Goku other than Roku, and it starts with a G.
Roku, that's his name. He provides you with many apps to watch all of your favorite shows in the New Republic. Yeah.
Grunberg.
Yes.
That's it. That's what it is. Yeah. So, The Mandalorian is the number
Are you guys
one.
going to tell me? No, we're just not going to tell you.
Why should we tell you? Spoiler alert, if anybody hasn't watched those episodes, stop listening again. It's Grogu.
Grogu.
Yes. So, number 2 on the list, Vicky, was one of your favorite shows that people are pirating.
I already said
it's
Westworld. Now I'm
It's
confused.
It's a filthy show. Well, not a filthy
Harley
show,
Quinn?
but it's naughty. It's a naughty show.
Oh. Big Mouth.
Well, no, it's not big. It's a popular show. What was it?
Big Mouth's popular. Harley Quinn's popular. It got renewed for a 3rd season.
Naughty show.
Well, not everybody's talking about Harley Quinn or Big Mouth as much as you.
Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
That's it.
So naughty.
It takes a genre that we know is goody two-shoe genre, and they made it very naughty.
Oh, The Boys.
That's it. The Boys also. People pirated the hell out of that show.
Yeah,
Westworld is number 3, Vicky, so you're not off with Westworld.
Okay.
Vikings, which I've never watched that show, but people say they love it.
Yeah, Edge from WWE, Adam Copeland. He's one of the stars of Vikings.
Oh, really? Was he
really? Oh, yeah. He was in like the last few seasons. Like that's what he was doing before he came, back while he was done because of his neck, and he was no longer wrestling.
Wow.
He got into acting and then got hooked up into the world of the Vikings, and he would sometimes post things where he's like just in Ireland for like months.
Oh, there he
filming.
is.
Yeah. I hear that show is awesome. I've never gotten around to watching it.
That's because it's all the old-timey stuff, and you hate old-timey stuff.
But I love Edge.
I was going to say, is that enough to get you to watch it?
No, I mean, it's just, and I love Edge, but I just haven't gone around. I do want to see it, but he's not in it from the beginning, so I have to go sit through. It's kind of like now with The Mandalorian. I want to see Sasha Banks in it, but do I want to sit through a full season? I know it's good and all, but
Oh no, I get it. It's not your thing. If you want, I can just tell you what you need to know. That way you can start with Sasha Banks if you care. But do you really? I don't think you care enough, even for Sasha Banks. I don't think you care enough to do it. Yeah,
you're probably right.
I mean, I just know you. I just know that's not going to be.
If I had a few more hours in the day, yes.
Or if your wife wanted to, then you guys could do it together.
Well, yeah, we tried that. Like that's why we stopped watching The Mandalorian, because it instantly put her to sleep. And she didn't dislike the first episode, but I'm like, well, I don't want to keep watching a show that's basically forcing her to fall asleep.
Yeah,
like that's no fun.
Yeah, if you're not into it, I just if you know your wife. Like I knew my wife, and I was like, I don't know why you're not watching this show. If we were together, we'd be watching it together. And eventually, and then she's binging it, and she's like, I guess you do know me. And she's watching like 4 episodes a day.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's like, okay.
The last show that we both were like super, like she would make it a point of like, hey, is there a new episode yet? Was that flight attendant show? With,
yeah. I finally wrapped that up.
That was great.
Did you say you didn't like the ending?
No, I never said that. I never got to the ending by the time. I just recently got to the ending, and I thought the ending was freaking awesome.
Then it was somebody else that I know who watches it didn't like the ending. I thought the ending was great.
Yeah.
And, and of course it's...
but it's just done now, huh?
Yeah. Well, no.
You don't think?
Oh,
you think
yeah.
they're going to do another season?
You remember the ending? Well, I don't know if it's done, but they basically set it up where she can all of a sudden go into a new line of work.
Yeah. I just wonder if they're going to do another season.
Oh, I hope so.
I hope so too. I think the show did pretty well.
Yeah, I think that, and there's a lot. And Kaylee Cuoco did a great job. I really was surprised that because I've only seen her in comedy roles. She did a really good job, like doing some deep, troublesome stuff.
No, I thought she was great in it.
Yeah.
One person says, "What are all these shows you guys were talking about?" I still haven't finished The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, you should probably finish The Big Bang Theory, and then you can go on to Flight Attendant. That's the new one with Kaylee Cuoco with Penny. Yeah, you check that out.
Penny has a dark secret.
Penny has a very dark secret. It's something we've always wanted from Penny. And it doesn't really, when you think of the Penny character, though, she's not too far off when you think about, because Penny was a wild child, and that's why it was funny that she was with Leonard in Big Bang Theory. So she is kind of a wild child in The Flight Attendant.
Did you see what's her face? That's Mayim Bialik has a new show.
Yeah, I heard it's not good.
Oh, man, I DVR'd it for no good reason then.
Well, I want you to watch it then. Say what you think about it, but
It's like Call Me Cat or something.
Yeah.
The ad showed like some sort of dance number, and I was like, nah, I'm good.
I mean, I
just saw them hyping it on during the Seahawks game. So I'm like, maybe it's a good show, but it doesn't sound like it's a good idea to watch it.
Well, you need to watch it. I only have one review from a person. That's it. One review. That's all I got. So you need to do it yourself just so I can see, because you'll probably like it.
No, my luck.
Yeah, I mean, you like Wonder Woman, so you'll like that.
Wonder Woman's good.
Yeah. It's time for Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show, 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Whatever you want to talk about, we got your calls, we got your texts at 917 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load, terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Everything is better electrified. Like the guitar, toothbrushes, or cars. And Hyundai has the widest range of electrified vehicles on the market, including the first ever Tucson and Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. You can use electric when you want it or gas when you need it. It's your journey. Evolve it beyond the pump in the 2022 Tucson or Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer or learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
The Russian invasion.
The heroic Ukrainian resistance.
It's the biggest land war in Europe since World War II.
And the War in Ukraine Daily brings it all to you.
From Moscow to Washington.
From Kyiv to Mariupol.
The War in Ukraine Daily talks to newsmakers around the world.
And to the everyday Ukrainians whose very existence is threatened.
Hear the heartbreaking stories of those caught in the war.
But also hear about the acts of bravery as history is being made.
I'm Mike Simpson.
And I'm Charles Feldman, inviting you to join us.
The War in Ukraine Daily on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show at 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Whatever you want to talk about, man, this is your opportunity. But do remember, Steve has a rule.
And that's to show some energy and bring it, BJ. Otherwise, they will be gone and we'll have to say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to Randy in Tequila. Randy, you are on The Rock.
Yeah, I was listening to you guys talk about these new shows that are coming on.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I saw one. It's Ted Danson. He's finally back on, and he's got a new show called Mr. Mayor. It's on premieres in about a week and a half or so.
Did you ever watch, was it The Good Place? Wasn't he on that one?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Did you ever watch that one, Randy?
No, I never did. I'm really not too. I love comedy and stuff, and I watched the previews to that Mr. Mayor, and it looked hilarious.
Well, there you go. I haven't seen any previews for Mr. Mayor because Ted Danson, he has been on television lately, and I don't know, maybe a year or two ago it was with A Good Place. Or did it just wrap up? I think they just finished it.
Yeah.
So he has been doing stuff, and I always love him on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Ted always shows up as Larry's friend, and
So what channel is this on? Does it say?
It looks like NBC.
Yeah, ABC, I think, is one.
Or it could be CBS, too. I mean,
it could be either, one of those three.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of them
guys. Channels.
Yeah, it could be Fox, too. You don't know, but
apparently it's about a wealthy businessman who runs for mayor of LA for all the wrong reasons. And once he wins, he has to figure out what he stands for, gain the respect of his staff, and connect with his teenage daughter, all while controlling the coyote population.
Okay,
Tina Fey's in it. Is she the teenage daughter?
Yes, that's exactly right.
Well, she really could be. I mean, compared to Ted, because Ted's an old man.
Tina Fey was one of the creators.
Oh, well, you know what, Tina? I always like stuff that Tina does, so it's worth a watch.
Absolutely.
Right. Mr. Mayor, when's it on? Do we know? When's it premiering?
ABCBS FOX.
It's on NBC.
Okay.
And it looks like they're doing this Thursday.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah, for
Vicky,
a 1 hour premiere.
Vicky, would you send me an email so remind me to do it? Thanks.
You know what's funny is though how they have to just be so worrisome of backlash, because I saw the trailer and the trailer had a little thing that said on the bottom, it said filmed before the pandemic, and it's like, okay, can people stop being so
nope.
I know
they can't stop it, Steve.
Everyone's angry.
Everybody's pissed.
It's like even if it was filmed during the pandemic, if this is a group, I would imagine that they did everything following the proper protocol and maybe quarantine themselves with just each other. And they're doing that in the world of wrestling, like Ring of Honor wrestling. Like you get flown in, you have to be quarantined for a couple weeks, and then you're in a bubble for all the tapings, and then you can go back and do whatever you do until we do this again, and repeat. we have to be, so like you said, we have to be worried about people.
Yeah, people. Look, here's what I believe, because I just know it in myself. You're following the rules, and you're pissed that other people aren't, because you really don't want to follow the rules. I don't want to follow the rules, but I'm doing it because I have to.
Are you going to yell at Tina Fey about it?
Yes, I'm yelling at anybody who's not following the rules. And look, and my wife and I have this conversation because we both followed the rules over the holidays. She didn't come up. She stayed where she was. I'm still pissed about it. And I think it's people like me that are the ones that complain, because we just don't like that everybody else gets to break the rules but us.
Do you see that in commercials too now? Where it's like, I saw some commercial where it's like it was a cell phone provider. I can't remember which one, but it's like they're in the store and it's like, they followed proper COVID protocols. It's like, oh my gosh,
yeah,
this is just driving me insane.
You're going to be seeing that for a bit, sir.
I know.
Yeah, it's going to be around. You know what else is on that I'm going to watch later on today is the Nick Cage show about swear words on Netflix.
Oh yeah, the history of swear words.
Yeah, it's on.
I think he focuses on the word bitch. I saw.
Oh, in the first episode?
I think so, in the trailer.
Right.
Like that's the word.
Well, we know that he's going to be one of the episodes. It's a 6-episode documentary series, and one of it's about that kitty cat. So he's going to do that one.
Biatch.
Yeah, and biatch. So I'm very excited.
That's on Netflix.
Yeah. So
I'm just looking at the picture.
Whoa, what happened to you there? Did you have a stroke?
I'm looking at the picture and the word that's focused on the picture for the Netflix like jump page.
Yes,
it's something that's like, what are you talking about? But they added an extra letter to the word what.
It's that British way.
Yes.
Yeah, don't be a silly blank. Yeah, all right. And it looks great. It's swear words with Nick Cage on Netflix. It's a new documentary, and Nick looks just like Nick.
History of swear words.
And it's nice, too. It's 6 episodes, and each one is only 20 minutes long.
Oh, yeah. Could be. I could get this done today.
That's what we love about Cobra Kai. Is like it's 20-minute long episodes. It's so nice.
Yeah. All right, so there you go. You got your TV plan, Mr. Mayor. You got the swear words. What else do you need?
You don't need anything else.
You don't really need anything else.
Nothing else.
Yeah. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
So he says, Biggs, have you heard about the pastor that became a stripper? I did, and it's very distracting.
It's a female pastor?
It's a female. There was an article about a female pastor, and she decided, got out of the world of religion, whatever, and became a stripper, and now makes $100,000 a month with an OnlyFans page after discovering sexuality through faith. But you click on her Instagram page, and her name is Nicole Mitchell. Nicole, Nikole.
Oh, of course.
And I said, oh, God, at least 4 or 5 times.
She was the pastor?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an amen, brother.
Yeah.
Whoa. Wow.
Lord have mercy.
That is insanity.
Yeah.
I mean, that she was, boy, she could take you right to the promised land.
I like that one article says, bisexual pastor turned stripper has never been happier.
Who wouldn't?
Oh, so she was a bisexual pastor.
Well, she was married to somebody, I guess, that was big into whatever church, one of those super churches. And then she realized that that she wasn't happy. I think they ended up breaking up. I'm paraphrasing a lot of this stuff, and
she started her own church.
But then the Church of Wow.
Okay.
No, I think she kind of left that world.
Oh, so she was a pastor with the person she was married with in their super church.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
And then she found out, I guess, that she was bisexual, which, of course, in a lot of religions, that's not cool.
Mm-hmm.
But now she's gone to an OnlyFans page. Man, that is an about face.
Right?
That is an about face. Well, good for her.
I don't know what their OnlyFans thing is doing, but the Instagram is pretty damn awesome. But making nearly $100,000 a month doing OnlyFans, which exceeds her yearly salary from her previous career.
Which, in some super churches, though, you could make some dough.
Oh, yeah. I watched that Gemstones show.
The Righteous Gemstones.
They're doing okay.
That should be coming back, as a matter of fact, soon. I don't know when, but they got a season 2 coming.
And apparently she only charges $15 a month for her OnlyFans, so that's not too bad.
That's a bargain.
And she's doing the Lord's work.
Yes.
Yeah. And how?
Oh, look, she's
only $67.50 for 6 months.
Here's what I don't understand. I mean, I don't understand because, look, she's an attractive woman.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're into looking at attractive people without any clothes on, you can do it for free. I don't know why anybody would pay $15. I don't understand.
Because
I
you're
just don't get it.
supporting them?
People want to support. It's just absolutely.
That's really what it is?
Yeah, it's no different than like a Patreon or something along those lines. You find someone that or sometimes it's just you have a little bit better access to that person. Like you can send them messages, they can message you back. I mean, I'm sure
so it's a personal relationship.
Look, I get there's probably a massive amount of the people that are doing it are on a very creepy level, but there's not everybody. I mean, there's some people that are just like, oh, you know what? I dig this person's pictures. I'm gonna throw them a couple bucks a month because I enjoy what they're giving us, and I don't want them to stop.
But if you're really that kind of person and you're married, there's no way you could just tell your spouse, I'm just helping her OnlyFans page out. How does your spouse not just
I would imagine the percentage of people doing this are probably not married.
Okay.
But I could be wrong.
So
I don't have an OnlyFans thing, so I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to start one, but no one wants to get on my OnlyFans. I got to lower the price.
I'd support you.
$69 a month seems a little steep.
I can't go there.
And I think a lot of the draw with OnlyFans is that you can pay for like added stuff like, Zoom sessions, or you get your own personal pictures, or on many occasions, like I know you can attach your Amazon account to your OnlyFans so people can just buy stuff and it'll get sent to your house. So you can say something like, hey, I want this lingerie, and if you buy it for me, then I will take, intimate pictures and send them to you. Like, these are just for you.
See, that's what's amazing to me is that you can do something like that. You just can't touch anybody. It's like, it's pretty much, it's when you're going, hey, buy stuff for me and I'll show you. It is interesting. Our societies it's like, that's okay.
And
but,
I would love,
I would love to have a meeting. You can't have a meeting.
That's true. I would love to see, like, if there was a way, I'm sure people wouldn't admit to it, but if you could get, like, a true serum for everyone that's on that OnlyFans. Like, how many of the guys that are doing this are hoping that by doing this, they think that it's going to win that person over? You know what I mean?
Oh, that's fascinating. Like, all of a sudden, they would get to be with them?
Like, if I keep showering this person with gifts, they're going to want to be with me. There's got to be some...
Maybe.
It might not be the big percentage, but there's got to be a percentage of people that are sending Amazon gifts or going on OnlyFans that have this... something in their head that thinks that if I keep doing this, they're going to want to hang out with me.
Yeah, boy,
it's like showering with someone with gifts or taking them out to expensive restaurants, thinking that that's the way to win somebody over. When it's truly not.
I guess if I got to have a Zoom session, that would be different. Like if it was a one-on-one where, they're on their screen and I'm at home, I suppose that's worth the money. But just like the random pictures and everything, I don't think $15 a month. Now, granted, if she was a board game teacher, then I would do it. I've been known to support like board game video.
But someone could say that's a bit about like, I love music and I spend all this money on vinyl and I also spend, $15 a month on my Apple Music so I can listen to whatever. And someone could be like, well, why don't you just go on YouTube? You could get it for free. You don't have to deal with an ad or two here or there, or like go on some random website. You could get this stuff for free. But it's like, everyone's got their thing.
Yeah.
And
they do.
If former pastors with sweet heinies is your thing, then you got an OnlyFans for it.
Former pastors with sweet heinies has been called, ladies and gentlemen.
Look.
Oh, I'm not saying it's not sweet. I didn't know she was like, she shows you everything. Wow. Okay.
She'll show you even more for
Praise
how
be.
much a month?
Praise be. Yeah, she doesn't show. Yeah, I haven't seen
15 a month.
I haven't seen everything, but I've seen enough. I've seen enough to know whether or not I want to be a fan.
She's creative on her Instagram page because she'll blur out the nips. So it's like, you're really, it's such a funny thing that we have to do. Like, that's okay in the eyes of Instagram.
Is that blurred out? From my angle, it looks like.
Oh, yeah. Look, there's like, it's barely blurred, but it's blurred.
Oh, okay, yeah. You can still pretty much make out that, okay, that's what's going on over there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good for her. Well, she's in great shape. I love what she said. Through faith, she found her sexuality. That I would love to have that kind of conversation with you. Like, what was it about the religion you were in?
Well, for $15 a month, you can, BJ.
Yeah, see, I don't know.
You could be that guy. Like, everyone else is like, you want to see my dong? And then you send them a message like, so what did you mean by that?
Yeah, I want to know what you mean by through faith you found your sexuality.
I bet you would appreciate that question.
I think it's a great question because
it's better than tell me your relationship with your father, which I've seen you do to some
people. Well, yeah,
right into tears.
I've given that up because it leads to tears every time. Though I bet it would be a good question to ask her too. And
I think OnlyFans for a lot of people also, it's almost like it's the girl next door in a sense. It's no different than why our amateur video is popular. It's like, okay, this isn't that over the top, model girl that just seems completely unattainable. This is somebody that, possibly you feel like you could run into at a store.
I don't know if I had anybody next door that looked like that girl, though.
Well, you're going to the wrong churches, BJ, clearly.
That's what it is. I need to go to the church of the ho-ho-ho. All right, it is Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. More of your calls, more of your texts at 933 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
No, this one could open up a can of worms.
All right.
It's from Randy on Twitter. He said, hey, good morning, everyone. I was wondering if you guys have talked about the picture that Sarah posted on our Instagram a couple of weeks back. To which I was like, oh, the butt pic? Yeah, of course we did. He's like, nope, different one.
What does she do now? I haven't seen
this
it.
Must have happened. Vicky's smiling.
It's Sarah, and it's you know it's going to be ridiculous.
Do I dare? I really didn't spend a lot of time checking people's Instagrams during the holidays.
Yeah, and I definitely didn't either. I relatively
I'm nervous.
was social
Sarah,
media free.
Do you have any idea of what he's referencing?
No, actually, I don't.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right.
I think I know which one it is.
All right, so I see you on the beach in the snow with a martini glass.
Which one was
That was fine.
I think it's this one that he's talking about because you mentioned
What
lingerie.
is that?
Well, it's your daughter in lingerie.
What is that picture?
That is nothing to worry about.
What
I
the
took
hell?
it. That is the most maybe PG-13.
Oh, Vicky, you took
picture.
Why are you taking pictures of my daughter like that, Vicky?
I did a boudoir photo shoot because I am very talented.
She is actually. That is not.
That's a pretty good picture. It's very artistic.
That is
I love our tweet. The guy. I was like, hey, have you guys seen this picture of your daughter?
Just calls me out.
Yeah,
Thanks.
you can't get away with anything.
I guess not.
I missed this one.
Oh, well, isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, that's great.
It's very classy. It's very, tasteful, I think.
Well, then what are you throwing it up for the Rockaholics to see? You know they're a bunch of thirsty people.
I'm proud of it. It's beautiful. And Vicky took it. She's got skills.
Well, listen, I can you keep these pictures private? What happened to a little modesty?
You should do it as well and send it to her.
I couldn't get in that position with my back right now.
Oh, yeah.
I
You got
gained traction.
You better stretch.
Yeah, I need to stretch a lot to do that picture.
I still have the whole outfit if you want.
So it's a black and white picture of you in lingerie, but you're sort of doing a yoga pose against a wall or something.
It's a yoga pose. You're just kind of sitting upside down.
Yeah, I'm just chilling. Anyone can do that pose.
Yeah, it's a very standard boudoir pose.
Oh, I had no idea because I don't do the
Anyone
boudoir.
can do that. I don't know, man. It does seem uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's like I know that in certain yoga poses they have me do stuff like that, like put my legs up on a wall or something.
Yeah, you just gotta scoot your butt up close to the wall and then put your legs up there.
Yeah.
And then you gotta kind of be a little flexible. I guess.
Yeah,
But
because
try it, Steve. Try it.
You're like a right angle.
Try
All right,
it.
hold on, we got to get pictures of this. Steve's going to try to recreate a picture where he's got his butt on the ground and his legs up a wall.
And you gotta cross your legs and point your toes if you can.
Yeah, see, she was flat against the wall.
Wow.
Oh no, you can't do it at all.
Yeah, it's hard, man.
Wow.
Steve is. Yeah, you got to get your butt all the way against the wall. That's not
you
easy.
gotta arch your back a little bit.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself, Steve.
I didn't know I was so talented.
Yeah.
I thought everyone could do that pose.
Joe, do you think you could do it?
I don't think so, man.
Yeah,
It's a lot harder than I thought. I thought that can't be that tough.
Oh, it's very tough because you're right against the wall.
Yeah, your butt's up against the wall. I couldn't do it.
You guys can't touch your toes then, can you?
I could standing. I could touch my toes.
Really? And you couldn't do that move?
Well, it's a whole
nice.
different. Yeah, it's a different sort of situation, though.
I think if you guys pushed my ass to the wall,
Then maybe.
I could get there.
Can you sit down on the ground and touch your toes?
Sit down on the ground, touch it.
And then put your legs straight out.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're just making Steve do
you can
exercises.
do that. Yeah, I would think you'd be able to do the back thing. I mean, you're better than me because I can't even do that.
Yeah, I could do all that stuff.
I can't touch my toes.
I think I needed something to jerk me in.
Excuse me.
Pardon me?
Yeah.
I'm not sure
Vicky
we
could probably push you up against there. It might hurt though. You might pull
Okay,
something.
I don't think Vicky needs to be jerking or pulling anything. Okay, this is a nightmare right here.
I have a newfound respect for these boudoir pictures.
You should. Some poses are even more tough to get. I have a lot of pictures, and some of them I don't post for you.
Oh,
guys.
thank you.
Yeah, but there was one that I had high heels on. I'll explain. I won't post it. And I was wearing a thong, and I got my heel in between my thong. So you have to arch your back like crazy. And secretly, Vicky had to put a pillow underneath because I couldn't arch that much. But woo! Those models, they work for it, I tell you. But it is a very beautiful picture. But see, I don't post that.
Oh, that's awfully nice of you. Thank you. How about you not post anything like that? What do you think?
Oh, it looks nice.
Did you see the caption she has on this picture?
What's the caption?
Patiently waiting for my man to come home like ... winky face.
That's how you patiently wait for your man to come home? You sit with your legs up on a wall?
Yeah, I mean, no, but I pretend. My first hashtag is like, just kidding. This was taken years ago.
Hashtag just K.
Okay.
Just
or
K.
JK.
Just K.
Just K-ing.
Just K-ing.
Hashtag fishnets.
There we go.
That's on there too.
That's lovely.
Hashtag yeah. Hashtag turn up.
How about some of you rockaholics and listen, you just stop telling me when she takes these pictures. I don't need to know this.
Yeah, I immediately go on your Instagram and make sure I'm not like the first thing that pops up. I go through your feed for you,
There you
so
go.
you
That's so
don't
funny.
see
You should
them.
mute yourself on your father's
I
page.
should do that, actually.
Yeah, because I don't really check Instagram a lot, so you go ahead and you
Yeah, I got
mute
you.
yourself, do whatever you got to do.
Don't worry.
206-421-ROCK, text us at 77999. It's listeners on the loose.
Somebody wanted to know, did Rev ever watch that Overlord movie that Mig saw?
No,
a zombie war movie
I
on Amazon
forgot
Prime.
about it.
Oh,
good. I got
right.
something else to watch instead of Wonder Woman.
I totally forgot about that. Oh, yeah, Rev's never going to... Rev, you're not going to watch Wonder Woman before our podcast?
No, we're going to try to watch it on Wednesday.
Because we have to talk about it, because everybody's seen it. Vicky, you saw it, right?
No.
Are you
Not
going to
yet.
watch Wonder Woman before the podcast?
Wonder
Okay,
Woman.
good.
I saw it before the podcast, so
Yeah,
at
you
least
did.
somebody's doing
Steve,
their
you can
job.
come in on the podcast.
We should have you as a guest,
talk-
commentator to talk about exactly
Come do
why
more work.
you're the only idiot in this country who liked that movie.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to heal on your Geek Nation podcast,
Look,
I'm going to be the guy that'll piss off every person that loves Geek Nation because I liked Wonder Woman.
Yeah, but 70% of the people, I don't know who they are, but the audience liked it. The critics
I don't know
barely
who they
liked
are.
it. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand how 70% of the people could like that movie.
I hope I like it.
I do too. I feel like at least you guys are going into it with very low expectations.
I can't see Rev liking it. Rev just gets really irritated at stupidity.
It took me a really long time to want to bother to watch Venom because everyone was just poo-pooing on it. And then when I finally did watch it, it's a fine movie. It's a good movie, and I like Tom Hardy. So I'm kind of thinking that Wonder Woman might be along these same lines.
It's funny you said, because I remember watching Venom, going into it, going, "Oh man, people just destroyed this film," but I'm going to watch it because it was free or it was
Well, this
available.
is the opposite because critics really kind of like Wonder Woman, and the people like Wonder Woman. It's just me and I guess my buddies.
No, dude. Honestly, going into it, everything on social media, maybe critics, I did not see any of the positive response about Wonder Woman. All I saw was negative before I went into
That's
it.
what I don't understand. You're right, Steve. All I'm seeing is the negative, and yet the Rotten Tomatoes, unless they're lying to us and those are false numbers, every once in a while I heard a person say, I like the movie, but a lot of people said, I liked it because she's hot. It was like that was the reason, was because Gal Gadot's hot.
Well, I mean, that was a bonus. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
Like,
look, I mean, it's just, I'm not going to sit through 2.5 hours of stupidity just because there's one hot chick in it.
Yeah, but I'd rather watch her star in Wonder Woman, a marginally okay film with her as Wonder Woman, than an incredibly well-written film with, Glenn Close as Wonder Woman.
Ooh. No, now I'm
Why would you
intrigued.
rather?
Glenn Close.
I'm just trying to think of an older woman.
Okay, all right.
Not
Well,
that she's unattractive.
You won. No,
I
you
was just
won.
trying to think of an older woman.
You got Glenn Close as an older, attractive woman. You win.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and in a way, I mean, you saw Wonder Woman, so you know that they actually did have a situation like that when you think about it.
Someone says, just talk about The Expanse. Save yourself the 2 hours and skip it. Trust me, it's a huge, huge pile of rhino dung.
What, is he talking about Wonder Woman or The Expanse?
Are you saying just talk about The Expanse as
Oh,
opposed to
yeah.
for our podcast?
Oh, yeah. Well, we will talk about that as well.
I don't even know what The Expanse is.
It's a science fiction show.
Oh,
and
yeah. Something you would not like.
We will say this quickly. This season's a lot better than last season. A lot of us, even us fans, thought last season was a bit of a slog. But this season, and we were thinking because Amazon Prime picked it up and maybe they didn't have much of a budget, so they just basically said, we're going to shoot this show in one place and try to make a whole series out of it. And but this new season's good. So there you go. That's The Expanse. And we'll talk more about that. Got to put that on my list, as a matter of fact. BJ Shea's Geek Nation, it releases every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. A new episode this Friday.
Mm-hmm. Going back to the conversation about tipping, somebody says, I'm a cable guy, and tips are a little awkward. I might get a tip once a month. It's nice to know that people appreciate my work, though.
Oh, the cable guy. I always have it's a tough one with the cable guy because I get really frustrated at the window and then they don't show up within the window and, for whatever reason, I don't know if I should take it on the cable guy or not. I don't know who to take it up on because
it's just he's being scheduled to do certain things. He doesn't know how long these jobs are going to take. I never really get up. I mean, I wish that the window was more precise. I agree. Like sometimes it sucks when it's like 4:00 and they're supposed to be there by 2 or by 3. And you're like, where in the hell is this guy coming? But I got to assume that other stuff happened to make that go that long.
You're a better man than me.
And as an insider,
Clearly.
because I know somebody who works in this world, the way they schedule it sometimes is so ridiculous. Like, you'll have one person, it's like, okay, my job is from this time to this time, and you get there, and then they're like, oh, but they took that away. Now I have another job like 20 miles away, and I have to get there within the hour, and hopefully there's no traffic. So there's so many errors involved that they really can't control themselves.
See, that's why I suppose I should always just default on tipping the person. I think that's no matter what, no matter how it goes, I should always make that default because it's just a regular person trying to do their best.
Just leave like a giant jug of like dollar bills at the front of your door, and as they're leaving, I can take what you think you need.
Oh, the honor system.
Yeah, that's going to work just like
Steve,
it works with Halloween.
You would take the whole jug.
Yeah, I need the whole jug.
Yeah, that's
you
the problem.
told me to take.
Yeah.
I mean, I just saw Vicky showed me that the Powerball is like up to $400 million.
Yes. What?
Yeah.
Are you playing, Steve?
I mean, in my head, I am. I don't know if I'm going to get around to it.
I thought we had that thing where we, when it gets up to this high, we would all get tickets together. We would like go in on tickets together. I thought you were our guy, and you go. Usually, what you do is you buy a bunch for yourself, and then one for us, and then you're going to switch it out if, in fact, one of them wins.
You've created that in your head. I go if I'm buy it and I'm able to. It's completely dictated by laziness. I'm not going to go out of my way to get the ticket.
How much does it have to be before you're not lazy enough anymore, and you just go, all right, that's enough money. I'm willing to go.
Ooh, that's a good.
It's
690.
690 million. Okay,
yeah.
Okay, perfect. Course.
Yeah, the Mega Millions as of right now is at 432 million, and then the Powerball is at 410 million.
Could you imagine?
So that's two different contests, right? I could do both.
Yeah.
What if you won both?
That would be insane.
The odds are. I can't even imagine what those odds are. It's like look at like one ant across the entire world. That's like the one in like 1 trillion.
Yeah,
probably way more than that.
Yeah,
that would be amazing, though.
That would be something.
No.
I mean, you'd be the talk of the town. And then what if you did it with the same numbers? That's even more crazy.
Right.
That the same numbers came up for both of those contests.
That's the thing. I always do the randomizer.
Oh, hey, we've seen that can work, though.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to get that done today, or no, you're not going to do it?
I probably won't.
Vicky,
I got to get dog food. I got only so many stops I'm going to make on my way home.
Is anybody going to play Powerball or Mega? Anybody doing it?
I'm going to try. Because I feel like you can't just go to like in Seattle proper. You have to go to like some hodunk like gas station. It's not even like a name brand gas station. It's just somebody's tiny little gas station shop and get the tickets there.
And you have to be old.
Yes.
So you're superstitious like that because this isn't a scratcher. This is just the numbers come up. So really, wherever you buy it shouldn't matter.
Well,
but it does. How often do you hear about somebody like winning it in New York City that's like in their 30s, or Seattle, Washington? Someone it's always an old person in a small town.
Yeah, or when you go like on a road trip and you go to one of those small town gas stations, you always see the previous winners, even if it's not like in the millions, but like this person won $20,000 and this other person at the same location won $15,000. So there's some weird luck going on there.
Okay, I'm listening. If you're going to go get it, are you going to get tickets we can all go in on?
If I go today, yes.
All right. I'll contribute. How much does it cost? Is it $1? $2?
I don't know.
Okay.
I usually am like, here's money, give me stuff.
Yeah, I usually just like put $10 in the thing and then hit whatever's $10, and then however many things come out is yeah. I don't overthink it, man.
Good job. I don't think you should overthink it.
I mean, hey, it works for me. Last time I won $4 whole.
Yeah, you're right. You're a $4 What do you call that? A $4 Is that what you are?
Sure.
Broke, I believe is what you call it.
Here's a question that needs to be answered, and it all has to do with Ryan Castle. What do Ryan Castle and a werewolf have in common? I'm going to tell you at 9:52 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and a werewolf have in common?
Excessive body hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's one of the things that went out in 2020. Grooming.
Yep. That's a fact, man.
One text says both could use a little manscaping.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you don't need to manscape if you're not going into the office anymore. I mean, that was the only reason I did it.
Because we all needed to see that.
Oh, if I'm going to sit next to Ryan, his boys better be shaved.
Oh, good call.
That's right.
I didn't realize you had that standards.
When you look good under your clothes, you feel good outside of your clothes.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Yeah. Well, I got news for you guys. I don't know if you heard this, but on New Year's Eve, the police in northern Pakistan arrested a werewolf. I didn't even know that they existed. Well, all right. It was a guy who was wearing a full werewolf Halloween mask. And he was riding around on his motorcycle scaring people. That's what it was. Yeah. He was in regular clothes, so it was kind of like Teen Wolf.
I was about to say, it sounds like Teen Wolf.
Yeah. And the police were getting reports that he was riding past people and growling at them, so they tracked him down and arrested him.
What did he do wrong?
I guess riding around with a werewolf costume on, growling, all three. It's Pakistan. I don't know if there's a rule against that or not. Must be.
Why do I feel like the police in Pakistan have better things to do?
I would think any police would have better things. Yeah.
Well, not only that, but they're still trying to figure out why he did it. So there's a detective on this case as well. So, yeah.
What was the motive?
Ryan Castle, he's up next. He's got your 12-pack.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
Jimmy John's driver just texted saying, Migs, you're a hero for tipping anything over $5. Thank you. It's crazy how excited, every time.
Well, they're freaky fast. You got to give them a good money. You got to give them a good tip. That's what their whole business. I mean, they get you your food before you even know you want it.
I'm just so pumped to get that bootlegger. I'll give you all the money in my pocket.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, someone wants to know if they could get a tip for listening to our show. Yes, we'll give you 20% of what you paid for.
That's right.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I file for bankruptcy, do I have to appear in court? That makes me nervous.
Going to court is never something that's easy to do. However, when you file bankruptcy, you usually only have to attend one hearing at the courthouse. Of course, I'll be there with you. And when you go to court, it's not before the judge. It's actually with the trustee or the trustee's attorney. One of the things that's critical in a bankruptcy is that you give your attorney and the court all of your information. You list all of your assets and all of your creditors. That's what we're trading for your discharge, is your true and honest disclosure of your assets and liabilities. And so the court hearing is just usually about a 5-minute deal where you show up and reaffirm and swear that all the information you've given the court and your attorney is correct.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Hello, this is Julian Breeding at Bellingham Ford with some very exciting news. We have just expanded our service hours to cover all of your service needs. We are now open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. 6 days a week. That's right, Monday through Saturday for all of your service needs. No appointment necessary for oil change, brakes, or battery replacement. And remember, we have a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty on all of the work performed at Bellingham Ford. To make life easier, visit BellinghamFord.com and use our new online scheduler to book your appointment. We look forward to servicing you soon.